Hey there, it's Ruth Sherman. I'm a CEO and celebrity speech and media coach, but you don't have to be famous to work with me. There have been a couple of presentations I've watched recently that have given me pause for a very specific reason. These presenters, very well-known, very successful people, have gotten on stage and they have, because the audience wasn't reacting to their message the way they had expected them to, they were blaming the audience for not having reacted as they expected them to. And so I call this blame the audience, and it's always a bad idea because here's the thing. If your audience isn't enjoying what you say or they're not reacting the way you expect them to, then you're not doing it right. You're either not telling a funny enough story, you're not motivating them in the way they need to be motivated, and you're simply not understanding who they are, and not only that, but what time of day it is, and maybe what they've had for lunch and what they've been doing all day. One example was a particular guy, very well-known guy, came in and did a morning presentation. So right after breakfast, first presentation of the day. This was an older crowd. Of course, I was a member of the audience, so I was in there. It was an older crowd. Not that they move any more slowly than younger people. Don't want to stereotype here, but yeah, you know what I mean. They're not necessarily as, physically engaged as 20-year-olds might be. In any event, he was up there, he was working his tail off, trying to get a reaction out of the audience, and he was blaming them for not getting it. He was working so hard, and I kind of felt for him because I know what it's like to be in front of a group of people that are kind of, they're quiet, but it's not always your fault. It's not always your fault. For all he knew, they'd been up late partying the night before. Yep, old people, we party too. We party late, and we have a good time at it. But so he was actually reprimanding them from the platform as to what they should be, how they should be reacting. And, I think he dug himself a pretty big hole. Not that it's going to hurt him, as I said, pretty successful guy. And he has a good reason to be successful. He does a lot of really good work. But, speaking in that way isn't one of them. Someone else I saw recently, this time a woman, was doing the same sort of thing, speaking on a stage. It was toward the end of a 3-day event. And she was, when the audience didn't laugh or didn't react or didn't call out at in the way that she expected, she would say something like, what, I didn't say it right? What's the matter? You guys are all tired from lunch? I mean, she would actually just yell it out there. And I happen to know that she has been studying with somebody who does it this way. This is this particular speech coach's style. But it doesn't have to be your style, and everyone's style is different. It happens to work really well for this speech coach, by the way, really, really well. But it didn't work for her. And it might not work for you. So unless you know that it works for you, don't do that. Don't blame your audience. Instead, find ways to engage them. Know who they are, know their age group, their demographic, know what they did the night before, the morning you're speaking, know if they're going to be drinking, when you're speaking, eating, if it's late, if it's beginning of the event, if it's at the end of the event, all of that stuff, all of those questions, really important to ask. So if you want to learn more about engaging audiences on their terms, not on yours, hop on over to ruthsherman.com where you can download my free gift, Celebrity Video Charisma Secrets. I will see you there.